Alright, my people, welcome back onto this channel. Well, this is another strong one reaching us. Olubadan. Olakulehin'S family fight back after top kingmaker declared him unfit to ascend throne. Alright, my people, the news in details. Well, onto this, the family of the Olubadan designate Oba Olakulehin has kicked against the claims made by the Ọ̀tún Balógun of Ibadan land, Oba Abimbola Ajibola, regarding Olakulehin'S fitness to ascend the throne. Well, according to our family source who spoke to Punch, Oba Ajibola's remarks are merely a ploy to benefit himself if Olakulehin is disqualified. The source, speaking anonymously, emphasized that while Olakulehin may be elderly, there is no legal barrier preventing him from becoming Olubadan. He urged Oba Ajibola to be patient and then trust in God's timing. According to the statement, I quote, "There is no law that states that Baba cannot become Olubadan. Baba is old, there is no doubt about that, just as many of the Kingsmaker are also old." The source said what the Ọ̀tún Balógun is saying has no basis. He knows he will be the direct beneficiary if Baba is disqualified. There is no reason to want someone ahead of you disqualified because you want to attain the position. We should all learn to wait for our time. God's time is the best. The statement from the Olakulehin family comes in response to Oba Ajibola's comment on Tuesday, where he expressed concerns about Olakulehin'S fitness for the role and then suggested that he should focus on resting and recovering. He went ahead to declare the seat vacant for now. Alright, and this is exactly what is reaching us. Olubadan. Olakulehin'S family fight back after top Kingsmaker declared him unfit to ascend throne. This is exactly what we are talking about. This is an unnecessary issue since the Kingsmaker know the next to ascend to the throne of Olubadan. Since the early 60s, I have been in Ibadan and then I have never witnessed this before. Pertaining to Obaship, kindly resolve the issues as early as possible. It is unfair for someone to be online for years and this time to ascend on throne. He is declared unfit for the throne. Well, Olubadan, Ìlú Ìbàdàn kò ní bàjẹ́ o. Onto this one, yes, so that's all somebody has just made clear to us. Well, yes, so they should fight for their inheritance. It is very important. That has been said by Oluwakemi Adekanye. Alright, according to Adeniyi, Adegan says, well, I don't know when the ownership of Ibadan now becomes controversy. Ọ̀tún Olubadan should be cautioned. How can you think of overtaking someone before you? Who told him someone is not fit? Is he God? That is not a respecter of anybody. Someone you think will die may not die. Someone ill and healthy may die. Okay, a bad precedent should be avoided. Balogun is the next person to become Olubadan. He should be given. According to Abdurrahim, Ibrahim says, well, Olakulehin versus Ajibola onto this one. According to Kolawole Olawan, says, well, immediately Ajimobi meddled in the issue of Obaship in Ibadan and then Makinde followed suit. I knew this logjam would happen. Okay, well, good response from the family. He is fighting for himself. Coming from Oyeleke, Gboyega made it clear that, well, Ibadan has a tradition, and then such a tradition should not be desecrated. Only God has the power of life and then death. Many said Buhari will buy on the throne, but he is still kicking. Even for one day, let Olakulehin be. After all, Kobiowu spent just 6 months on the throne, so Ibadan, adored and then known for seamless succession planning, should not go back to the rancorous and then demon installation policy of others. Well, meanwhile, according to Oluwakayode Atobatele, says, well, best thing is Olakulehin should engage Agbekoya in case of any illegal act. To me, it should be fight to finish among indigents. Okay, only, well, that we correct wrong, but the way I see it, the rightful owner, which is Olakulehin, should lead the battle. If it failed, it means he sold his birthright cheaply. Well, everyone's inspiration of Ibadan, there is never a time that accession to the throne of Olubadan ever caused problem, okay? This Oba Ajibola should be cautioned, and then he should stop creating disaffection in Ibadan by governor. His conspiracies with others that are stupidly following him are too obvious. Yes, meanwhile, according to Adeleke Demi, says, well, the issue here has nothing to do with denying anybody accession to Olubadan because he wears the lesser crown. The Obas remained in Olubadan in council as high chief of the Olubadan. There is no point bringing this up. Even Ladoja, the only one that objected to taking the lesser crown, is not raising any objection to the transition. He knows Olakulehin is a crowned Oba, and then he is still here fighting for him to ascend as Olubadan. So why bring up a non-issue here? Coming from Adeleke Demi, says, well, as far as this is concerned, everyone needs to be vigilant, and this must be settled amicably. All right, it is God that put one down, and then it is God who will also lift one up. Well, meanwhile, according to Tunde Abdurrahman, says, well, I have always said it that this Otun Balogun has a sinister motive. The enlarged family, if Oba Olakulehin, needs to be extra vigilant, and then this thief of a high chief Ajibola could, by proxy, be tormenting Oba Olakulehin spiritually, since he knew he will be the direct beneficiary of Oba Olakulehin incapacitation and then disqualification. The Olakulehin's family should shine their eyes. Don't allow Ajibola Laikpo doctrine. Replying to that, Adeleke Demi says, well, but he is not the immediate beneficiary. Ladoja is the next in line. Olakulehin is the Balogun after Balogun is the Otun Olubadan Ladoja before the Otun Balogun Ajibola. By tradition, Ladoja is to convene the meeting, while Ajibola, the next in Balogun line, is to nominate the Balogun as new Olubadan. If anything, Ladoja is the one that should be resisting so that he can become the Olubadan. It is only after Ladoja that Ajibola can become Olubadan. Maybe he is trying to shorten the time. All right, replying to Adeleke Demi, he says, my brother, coming from Tunde Abdurrahman, he says, and I quote, my brother Adeleke, you are right to a certain extent. You see, if Oba Olakulehin eventually gets crowned as Olubadan and then later died, It is then the Obaship rotates back to the civil line, and then it is Ladoja's turn. But if for any reason Oba Olakulehin gets incapacitated or disqualified and they couldn't mantle throne of Olubadan, it is the next man to Oba Olakulehin within the military line that will be enthroned as Olubadan, and then in this wise the man is Otun Balogun. But if the Olakulehin is enthroned and then die even for one day, Ladoja is the next. All right, so I now understand. Okay, I now understand the game he is playing, but given that there is no precedent, by thinking, is that the rule to be applied? Is that he cannot become Olubadan without first becoming Balogun? So if Olakulehin dies, Ladoja, who has no other step to climb in his own line, should be the next Olubadan. Anyway, let us see how it goes. It appears bypassing Ladoja is his aim, because he feels Ladoja is fairly agile and he might die before Ladoja. All right, my brother, my side, a lot of comments keep coming in onto this one, and then a lot of people have actually made themselves clear onto this one. Well, this is exactly what it is onto this one, my people. What more can we say? Meanwhile, let me have your own take, my people, on this, and remember to subscribe for more updates if you're just joining us on this channel for the first time. All right, thanks and God bless.